Mr. Marley.
Yo.
How you doing, man? Oh, sorry, I had to drag you down. There we go. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, just delightful. Are you ready now? Do you need 5 minutes? What works best for you? Because I'm good to start if you are.
To go when you are, man.
All right, dude, let's freaking send it. First of all, thank you so much for like being here and just coming to shoot the shit. I really have nothing prepared. I literally, it's just first easy question. How are you? What's your mental been like? What's life been like? What are you struggling with? What's been a joy? Go.
Sure thing. First of all, this is a great thing you're doing, so happy to be a part of it.
Thank you, man.
But recently, I've been doing this past month, not like specific month, but like 30 days.
Yeah.
I have spent more time outside of Scotland than I.
Oh, you cut out.
Some for work, some for.
I'm having such an issue saying you or hearing you. This is going well. I legitimately, it's like you're in a tunnel. I'm barely getting any word.
You hear me?
Nope. Let's go up to in game. Let's see if that works. Just move us up to in game and see if that works a little better. Any luck? Everything's going great, everyone. We're doing great. Yo, Paula, Angel, thank you guys for the likes. We're good. Hey, this isn't going to be, it would be foolish for it to go perfectly the first time. Come on now. Let me do an internet speed test just in case. Appreciate everyone's patience. I don't think it's mine. I'm not dropping anything. Oh yeah, I'm big good. Well, in the meantime, I'll say hello to you guys. Hi. Happy Mental Health Mondays, everybody. We got Marley here. We're just trying to figure out.
There we go.
Yes. What was happening?
It was just, man, a night out. We're back though. We're all good.
Okay. I love that. All right. So start over the last 30 days.
Yeah. My internet is really getting me down.
Your what was getting you down? Sorry, your internet?
Yeah, no, I'm kidding on. No, so the past 30 days, I've spent more time outside of Scotland than actually in it, which has been crazy.
Crazy in a good way, crazy in a bad way?
Crazy in a good way. I love traveling. So like one trip was like for work. I was in LA for like the COD event.
Oh, that's right.
And then I was in Croatia with my girlfriend just for like a holiday.
How was that?
A relaxing holiday. That was great. That was like a proper kind of switch off everything and just enjoy being away for a while.
Did you find that easy or difficult?
Good question. Actually, I found it pretty easy now, but
Nice.
This time last year, we had a holiday. And it was a little bit of an issue for me to kind of switch off. So that's been a big adjustment in the last year, being able to switch off better.
I love what have you been doing to be able to do that better?
Well, I went and did a CBT course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the therapy that I did. When was that? That was earlier this year. That was like around March.
Yeah, like March, April-ish.
Yeah. And the therapist, really helped me develop the skills to be able to switch off, because it's not just everyone's different, but for people like myself, it's a skill to switch off. I'm not I don't have it. I had to learn it,
Yeah.
so to speak. Yeah.
So what was that like? What was, I mean, of course, without giving away her entire course, what helped you best be able to do that? Or was it just so many things that you were able to learn?
Uh, so switching off was that's a mix of a bunch of things, but um, just to, I mean, overall, it's about getting that balance in place,
Yeah.
and the reason my balance was so my work life balance was so out of whack was because um in all kind of streamers and YouTubers, people who do this kind of job are the same. We all think that the moment we take a day off, everything's going to collapse and crumble,
Yep.
um, which is called catastrophizing, like as part of that, or mountains and molehills, all these kind of different um things that we do. And so she helped me develop the skills to realize that no, that's not the case. That will
Yeah.
not happen.
You'll be
And it's
fine.
not even, yeah, and it's not even just work related. You can put this in any other part of your life. Like, um, you could relate it to OCD, like the same way that people with that condition like think if they don't do a certain thing, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like it can be that extreme. It's like it's a different form um of that. So again, just developing the skills to realize that that's not going to happen. Everything's going to be okay, and also that you deserve time off.
I
Like,
love that.
yeah, that's a big part of it.
Holy hell. And how long do you feel it took you to really get, do you even still feel your quote unquote comfortable doing it now? Or is it one of those, okay, for this special weekend, I can do it, but on a consistent basis, it might be a little bit harder? Or have you gotten pretty comfortable with it in general?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. It's like I'd say as a baseline level, like 90% better than I was this time last year.
I love that.
But we're all human, and there's times pops up where I think, oh, really should be doing this. But
100%.
again, where the CBT comes in really helpful is that I've trained myself to realize, okay, I'm getting this thought that I need to do some work. Let's think about it. Do we really need to do this? Like, what's going to happen if we don't do it?
Yeah.
And not you know catastrophize the whole situation and be like, okay, we don't, like, say, just for example, a Warzone update dropped and just the circumstances I wasn't able to cover it.
Yeah.
I would feel so bad about missing that, like terrible. I'd feel like I've missed this golden opportunity, blah blah blah. Like, and by the time I get around to making a video on it, no one's gonna care.
Yep.
Like, whereas it's not like first of all, it's not the case. It's like people people who watch your streams and videos are interested in they're interested in me, is what I'm trying to say for my stuff. So
Yeah.
if I'm a bit late, okay, I've missed a bit of the hype, but people are still going to want to watch it
Yeah.
for me, and I've not lost anything. So like, okay, like maybe it could have got some more views or whatever at the time, but it's not as if they've been taken away from me. You didn't lose anything,
Yeah.
and the world goes on. Like,
And you're such a good unique content creator that it's, even if 30 people have put out a video, yours is going to be different than every single one of theirs. Even though that it's all posting a similar update or a similar whatever, you just always find a way to make it unique and make it that Marley 13 spin, which is always so freaking interesting. So that's,
yeah, well, thank you.
yeah.
And yeah, I've always tried to do that, and um, it was weird hearing like a therapist who has no idea about YouTube and Call of Duty say. She said something similar.
Yeah.
It's like, it's bizarre, yeah.
It's so
Um,
wild. And how, so then of course that helped with how you're able to take vacation. Was there a big shift in how you went about your day to day then because of all of this? Has your, compared to a year ago, has how you go about your day changed a lot, or is it little changes here and there?
I mean, it kind of adds up, but I would say less time checking analytics and emails. Like,
Really?
yeah, just like that. It For me, it might take, I don't know, 30 seconds, just flicking through like apps and whatever comments.
Yeah.
But over the course of a full day, that adds up. That's a lot of time, and it's a lot of time for the person that you're with. as well. It
Yep.
probably feels like double the amount of time for them that you're like looking at your phone for. So being
So
able to put that down and be more present makes a huge difference to your life.
so then how walk me through a day in the life of Marley 13. Typical work
For
day.
like
Yeah, just a typical work day. What time are you getting up? What's on your I have to do this today? What's on your I could do this today? Is every day different, the same? That
I mean,
sort of deal.
it varies day to day. Like today is a pretty busy day. I woke up pretty early because I had some errand in my flat to run.
Nice.
Did that. I knew I wanted to get a video out today because it had been a while. Um, so set about recording, editing that. Also, like, just on a little bit of a tangent, I used to beat myself up a lot in the recording process if I wasn't getting the exact result I wanted,
Yep.
and that would make the recording process so much longer because you'd be trying to force it and be in your own head. And like today, I jumped on and just I got what I wanted, and I was like, no, that's actually it. That's it right there. I don't need anything. I don't need anything else.
Nice.
And it's not like, I don't know. Maybe some people could construe that as, oh, are you are your standards less high, or
Yeah.
perhaps maybe you could see it from that perspective, but um, I can only say it from my point of view that I was happy with it.
I,
It was like 2 takes done.
I love that.
Let's go.
And you by recording, do you mean like your intro or do you mean the actual COD video that you're going for today, like
The
that
actual
content?
video, yeah, the actual
Okay.
video, yeah.
And so how does that work for you? Do you have this list of, okay, I'm going to get this done today, or do you just hop into a game and sort of go with what is feeling the most right to you?
Yeah, and I'd say like in the busy times when like there's a new update or like the new like a new COD is dropped, obviously there's a lot of things to like focus on and be like, right, we're gonna do this today, we're gonna do that today.
Yeah.
In this kind of time, a lot of the time it's just, what am I in the mood to to record today.
I love that. And are you getting to be a little bit more patient if you're not able to get that as well? Like if you get
Yes,
on and it's just not it.
yeah, it's not even patience as part of it, but it's not just that. It's also like just being okay with it not going well. There's so many
Nice.
things that are outside of your hands in this, like, seeing this process in this like industry. There's so many things that can go wrong that just simply aren't your fault, and you just got to accept that. Like, see see today, if the recording didn't go well, I would have been like, that's a bit of a bummer, but oh well. Like,
I love that.
yeah, like again, the world's not going to end. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to let it affect, because I knew I'm like, today's a busy day, so I'm streaming later.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'm not going to let it affect that either. If the
I,
previous part of the day was to go bad.
so what would you say then that you have a presence of like priority? So for example, it at least based on how you said that, it made it seem almost that the stream or being good for the stream is the priority. Is there any of that, or it's more just an acceptance of everything as you go type deal? Like, I don't want this negative experience to affect my day later, my day tomorrow, whatever. I just kind of want to work through it so that I don't take it with me. Is that sort of the journey that you're on?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it could be anything that I was doing after, like, even if it wasn't a stream. Say I was going on a date with my girlfriend, like, I wouldn't want it to affect
I
like that. I
see.
don't want. Yeah,
Just don't
yeah.
let the work affect the life, essentially, the
Yes,
non-work
yeah,
life.
essentially, yeah, yeah. Even though the stream is work, you're still there with your friends playing the game. It's still your energy, like,
Yeah.
that you're gonna what's gonna come across, like, because you can always tell when a friend's in a bad mood. Like, even if they're not specifically saying anything, like, you know if the energy's kind of
Oh yeah,
not there.
you know when your buddies aren't feeling it.
You know
That's
when they're
beautiful.
tilted on COD as well. Yeah,
Oh,
like,
so
yeah,
when they're
yeah.
feeling like noodles on just a day-to-day basis.
Yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
so yeah, so I don't want to be. I never want to be kind of, uh, dragging the mood down. That's, when
So
you're
if
aware of that, it's kind of a horrible feeling because you're like, like,
I'm bringing the mood down
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
No one
love
likes that.
no. And if you don't mind me asking, did that ever play a part in your relationship where your missus had to be like, yo, like, what is this? You're being a bit of a jerk or something like that? Or was it more
No,
taken on you?
no, absolutely. Like like she's very good at telling when like I've just had a good day or a bad day. Like previously, that is like last year. And she would kind of just know to let me kind of, I don't know. I would want to like seethe in it if I'm having a bad day. I want to
Yeah.
make it a really bad day, like for me.
I,
So yeah.
I love that. Dude, that's so true though, because there's certain days where you're just feeling so negative that you're like, you know what? I just want to feel this way. I just want everything
Mhm.
sucks. I want to be negative. But then to have a partner there that's like, but like, why? Why?
Yeah, and it
You
doesn't
know?
have to be that way.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. S-
Simply put, it does not have to be that way.
So
Um,
do you have, and if I'm cutting you off, please cut me off again. Do you have things besides, of course, your misses that you are able to do or look forward to or whatever that gets you out of that funk? Are
yeah,
you a, yeah,
yeah. I recently this year got back into trying to be a bit more fit again, doing running, playing football,
nice.
which is something just you know like when you've got something like that to look forward to, I think that always helps. And just fitness in general, like blowing off some steam doing that, it's
Oh
just
yeah.
like I honestly it had been so long since I'd really um done like consistent exercise or like just playing football, and you forget like how good it makes you feel, and it's not that much effort really.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's kicking a ball about with some friends. Like it makes you feel pretty good after it.
I love it. How often are you able to do those sort of things? Is it something that you work into your daily basis? Is it something that you do like as needed of, oh, I need to go and play a game of soccer, I'm feeling like shit? Or is it every day, every other day, I'm playing soccer because I know it makes me feel good?
Yeah, the football is we do that on a Friday, and that is
Footy,
like
pardon.
yeah, everyone's yeah, we play football on a Friday, and that's something to look forward to. Sometimes the weather isn't great, and you're like, don't know if I can be bothered with this. But
Yeah,
once you're there, once you're actually there, it's like right, okay, yeah, this is pretty good.
I love
Um,
it.
and I do like running, but sometimes like running, you really that's kind of tough to get the motivation for that sometimes. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
always I just try and remind myself like how good I feel after it.
I love that.
Like all even when it's like, again cold and wet, it's like listen, it'll think of the buzz you'll get after this.
Yep. I
So
love
I try and think of that.
that's awesome. Dude, I love that so much. Do you have a, oh crap, I had it and then I lost it. Those days where you don't like, what's your easiest thing to do in terms of your go-to, I feel like shit, I'm in a crap mood, I need to do this? Do you have one of those?
Um,
Or even if it's I just need to breathe, like the thing that makes you consistently when you're feeling down, the thing that you
mhm.
can go to, even if it's your misses, like what is that
Yeah.
for you?
Um, I mean, I'd say before my natural state again was to just like kind of shut off and like close the curtains, like go under like the duvet and just like have like a lazy day. But
Yeah.
um, I you kind of begin to realize that over time, consistently doing that just kind of makes you feel, or make I can only speak for myself, kind of made me feel worse. So
Yeah.
trying to just you know avoid just avoiding shutting off,
Yeah.
um, as in like just emotionally, and just being aware and present of how I'm feeling and being in control of my thoughts. I'd say just in general really helps stop me getting to that place before it happens, if that makes sense.
Oh,
So
100%.
yeah, yeah,
I love that. So would you say then that you don't find yourself in that darker place that often then
not
because you're
not
able to
since
sort of prevent it?
yeah, not since completed the therapy. I haven't been in that position, so
That's so cool.
yeah, yeah, it's quite a drastic quite a drastic change. To be honest.
So would you say that that's the what would you say then has been your biggest change because of going through cognitive behavioral therapy, guys, is CBT, by the way.
Yeah,
What would
yeah.
you say it has been the biggest change since you went through that?
I think the thing that impacts every part of my life is just um being aware of the cycle and how it works in my head. So like
Mm,
how do these thoughts, such as, um need to I need to work this hard, or um I don't deserve this time off, blah blah blah, those kind of things.
yeah.
It's how those thoughts impact feelings that then impact behaviors. So it's about really being aware of, right, okay, I've got this thought, you know, how is this making me feel right now? Is it making me feel anxious? Does it make me feel depressed? And even if you do have like you, even if I've got like that anxious feeling, again, just being aware of it and being just knowing why it's there, and then not following through with the behaviors that then keep the cycle spinning.
I love that. Would
Yeah.
you be able to walk, if you can even think of something off the top of your head, what would have been a typical cycle that has now changed? I mean, of course, we've spoken about the work and things, but just so people can hear sort of
Yeah.
how that kind of went for you.
Yeah, an example off the top of my head would be something like, so again, say I'm working, trying to record something and it's not going well. Um, then immediately I would be starting to really beat myself up and start to really tear myself down and just become really anxious. And I'm not like, ask anybody, they'll say like, Marley, an angry person? Like, absolutely not. I don't think I'm
Yeah.
an angry person, but to myself in my head, I can be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like no one, everyone's like the nastiest person you'll ever find is yourself in your own head.
Yep. No one is meaner
So
than how we are to
yeah,
ourselves.
exactly. Um, so yeah, then it start to get a bit, you know, a bit kind of self-destructive with like like the recording process going wrong. Like I'm gonna just, leave it, delete everything, even if stuff was good that could be used in future. Be like, nah, not worth it. Delete it. It's not good.
Really? So
Yeah,
self-destruct mode Marley was just everything that I'm doing is shit and doesn't deserve to be posted,
yeah,
kind of?
yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. And I've lost a lot of good things that could have maybe made like just good, like one-off, like funny moments or
Yeah.
things in future. But it'd be like, nah, if it's not like, if I'm not getting a full thing out of it, it's not worth it. So delete it. And then I actually, so obviously the feelings of anxiety and everything are there. And then one of the behaviors, like I said, would be, trashing everything that I'd just. I mean, I could have spent 3 hours working on something and just be like, nah, good enough, delete that.
Really?
Um, yeah, and then also after that, I would have quite a bad habit of binging on like junk food
Yep.
when I'm in that feeling.
Is there
So
is there any I mean, cuz I don't know, is weed legal there? Is there any like
it's not
weed
legal, nah.
drinking associated with it, or it's just your go-to would be junk food?
No, my go-to would be junk food. Nah, yeah, I'm like just a like casual drinker like everyone in the UK.
Yeah.
Never went down that route with it, but yeah, junk food I was pretty bad for. I would just go and like when I was in that mood, I would just go eat like a uh full packet of Jaffa cakes or whatever
Oh.
that was in there. Uh,
It's
yeah, which is again that like yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm some sort of health um freak or
Oh
expert,
yeah.
but I just know that eating a ton of chocolate in that mood is not going to be good for you.
Yeah, you're not going to wake up feeling better about yourself, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then after that, I would probably just go like shut down, not speak to anyone, and just kind of stew in um my my bad negative feelings.
And how was I mean, because you said the missus is so supportive, how is she through that? Like what do you usually like from your partner, if you don't mind me asking, when you're in
Yeah,
that mood?
so I would have been extremely frustrating because she's like always been there to support me and like for anything.
Yeah.
And she would always try and help me, but I would just shut off. Like I just wouldn't want to like speak to anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been really frustrating in that position for her.
Are you even like a I need to cuddle, or are you a literally if you guys are together, hey, I'm gonna sit on this corner of the couch and just sit. Please be over there. I love you. I'll
Yeah,
talk to you in a bit.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty
Interesting.
much. Um,
Dang, man. It's so crazy how so what would then get you out of that? What would be would the end of that just be you waking up the next day and hopefully you're over it? Or
yeah,
what
pretty
what
much.
would
I would
kind of help
if it
that
was a
pass?
yeah, if it was a really bad day, I would probably just I would just kind of write off the day and be like, right, try again tomorrow after like a good sleep.
Yeah.
I
Sleep it off
am
kind of thing.
like yeah, I'm definitely a you know um one of those people like right, today's a new day, let's go again.
I love that.
Um,
And have you always been that way, or was that
yeah, I'd
CBT
say
aided as well?
no. I've always kind of been like that. Yeah, even after like bad days, I would still think you know like let's try this again.
Nice.
But it's just how bad it was. Just how the by I don't know how I was going to say by the end of it, like the time before I realized that right, I need this CBT. Um, the cycle was just so easy to start
Yeah.
and progress. It honestly didn't take much to trigger me at all.
That's so
And
and was
so
keep going, sorry.
I was just going to say, and so on the other side, these days to stop that cycle, okay, the thought is, um, this this recording isn't going well. Um, all right, there's so many things out of our hands, bit of bad luck. Okay, not the end of the world. What have we got so far? Let's title that so we remember the actual file. So, because I'm horrible at naming files, that's why I would delete them because they would all just be named like the date they were recorded.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's why, yeah, I still am bad for that, but I would try my best to be like, right, let's name that clip, blah blah blah, save it for future. We might need it, and it was still good, and we can put it in another video if need be, and then just yeah, think about where it like is there anything I'm in control of that I can maybe do better? Maybe if I'm still in the mood to do some work, but the recording hasn't done well, is there anything on the stream I could improve? Um, is there anything for a future thing we need to do? Not we don't have to write the entire day off because one thing's went wrong.
Yeah.
We can I can like put my energy elsewhere. And also, again,
I love that.
if it's really just not went well with work, that's okay. That's okay too. Um, I've worked hard to be in this position that having one bad day won't ruin everything. So, um, take advantage of that basically.
I love that so much. And is there a certain amount you are trying to work every day? Because I know you do your 4 hours a day for your stream 5 days a week, yeah?
Yeah.
And then what is your expectation for yourself for your offline stuff?
So in regular, like when things are um, when Warzone 2 or Modern Warfare 2 comes out, I'll be aiming for like anywhere between 3 to probably 5 videos a week. Um,
Damn.
then when things calm down, I'll be like three. Three's like when things aren't dead or absolutely hyped. Three a week, is where I'm kind of comfortable with.
And how long is that usually taking you between the recording, the editing, all of that stuff? What is a video take at this point?
It depends because sometimes the videos are from streams and sometimes they're recorded off stream. So
I get it.
yeah. But I'd say the days can be pretty long, and on those days where it's a video and a stream day, but um going into Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, I've been thinking a lot about how I'm going to balance this out because I know it's going to be
Oh, it's
a
going to be a
busy period.
lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have
Again,
to?
I wouldn't have thought of this before. Like now I'm thinking about, you know, how are we going to keep this
Yeah.
balance healthy?
And that was going to be my next question, was going to be
Mhm.
how are you, because I think it's a tricky thing, especially when you are excited about the content you're creating. You love what you're doing. You're a
Yeah.
creative person. So it can be so easy to spend your entire day working and not feel like you've been doing it. So
Mhm.
how, especially when things are getting crazy and you're loving what you're doing, how do you force yourself to have that balance? Is it something that the missus helps you again maintain? Like, hey babe, you've been editing videos for 14 hours today. I would like some attention. Or is it,
Yeah.
are you pretty good at self-regulating?
I'd say like you said, when things are like exciting and I'm having fun, it's definitely, you know, you definitely have to be pulled back a little bit just to be like, you know, don't just watch you don't burn yourself out here. I know you're having a good time in that, but you
Yeah.
know, just just still
There's
still
another day
remember to
tomorrow.
shower and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
just shower, eat. Yeah, yeah.
Take care of yourself. You smell,
Yeah.
sir. Oh, that's so good, dude. So what are you looking forward to most, man, about the stream, the game? What are you most excited about for the rest of this October?
I mean, yeah, I'm hyped for Modern Warfare 2 coming out at the end of this month, and I've got a lot of things I'm working on in the background to put in place
Nice.
for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. So I'm excited there's just a lot of things that I know people will like, especially in the streaming stuff. So,
Yeah.
um, working a lot on that. And that's just I just feel my best when I'm like creating something.
Yeah. I'm
And
finally getting to that point.
yeah.
I've always wanted to create, but I'm always so nervous, man. I like that's one of the things that I've been trying to fight through recently is just
Mhm.
I judge myself so much. It's not edited perfect. It doesn't look perfect. The coloring, blah 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 blah. It's like
Yeah.
just do it. Like I posted the stupidest TikTok this morning that took me 2 minutes, but I have not stopped watching it because it's like I'm just so happy that I made this
Yeah,
stupid
you
thing
had
that I
fun.
laughed at,
Yeah, you
and
had
it
fun.
feels
Yeah.
so good. That's so
And people see
sick.
that as well. Yeah. People notice that as well. Um
That's dude, that's so beautiful. So then what of this next month, what is the scariest thing that if you can talk about, what is the thing that you are that occupies your mind the most that you're trying to work through or deal with?
I mean, yeah, I've do have a couple things I'm working on in the background that I can't um say right now. But
Fair?
I'm like it's those kind of things that are daunting but exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
Um and I'd say also in general there's a little bit of nerves about just the game, like Warzone 2 especially, to be like
Right?
there's a lot of pressure on this game being good. Like
Yeah, because otherwise we're
so
screwed. We have nothing
I
else
know.
for so many years.
Yeah. So yeah, that's okay. That's just being realistic, though. I think that's just being
Yeah.
sensible to, you know, just have things in place. Um, but yeah, I just this period of the year, like for myself, I've been through this a lot, so I'm better at dealing with it now. But see the period between like I'd say July till the new Call of Duty comes out, which is usually end of October, start of November.
Yep.
It's so like it's so flat and like dead most of the time for like Call of Duty creators.
Yep.
Um, you're like reaching the bottom of the barrel a lot for videos and ideas, and you just kind of like it's tough, and you just kind of have to accept that's the way it is. There's not a lot of interest in watching the game. There's not a lot of interest in playing the game. You know, it's okay. Like there'll be hype around the new game. It'll come back again. Like don't worry about it.
So would you say when things get down like that you're just a like what helps you through is that perspective, is that realism about it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Just lack of permanence.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, experience helps. I know. Like I remember like last year. This time last year, and even a little bit the year before. There was so many streamer friends that I've made,
Yeah.
who was like, it was their first cycle of the first Call of Duty cycle as a creator, as a streamer, and everyone was so like, spoke to so many people who were so worried about views being down and interest being down. I'm like, this is the way it goes.
Yep.
This is it. Just think about it. People aren't as interested in COD right now. That's just it. Like, no matter what, you could put about the best video you've ever made, and it won't do as well because there's not that much hype there. Don't take it personally.
I love it.
So
And
having that experience helps a lot.
that's so important. And is there any part of you that still, because I mean, your content is 100% Call of Duty, 99% Call of Duty?
Yeah,
Like, is there any part of you, of course, that like any natural human being gets nervous or scared, or is there any other part of you that wants to create content on another game, but you're too scared? Do you just love Call of Duty? Like, what's that
I mean, yeah,
for you?
I've had that question a lot. I'm a COD fanboy at heart, so like
Yeah.
you know, um, I'll stick to COD till the death probably. But if there was another game out there, I wouldn't be. I don't know if I'd be. I don't know if scared's the word, but I would be open to
I love that.
making videos on it because I remember, again, this is just experience. I remember COD World War Two. Um, the summer that game
That's
was out,
so
that was
old.
completely dead. Yeah, that was like 2017. That game was pretty dead. And Fortnite was popping off, and obviously Fortnite's a bit of a different audience. But I enjoyed playing Fortnite at that time, and I was like, well, I'm going to make some videos on it, and it was fine. Like, um, it's possible.
So are there any games that you would play now?
Nothing really. Nothing. I have to say, nothing's like taken my interest in a while. Outside the Warzone, like I've honestly not played that many games outside of Warzone the past 2 years. So
Really?
I can't honestly say. I used to play a lot of Rocket League. That used to be my game off stream.
You actually seem like
Um,
a Rocket League boy. Like 100%. The second you said that, I was like, Marley would play Rocket League.
yeah, I got pretty good at it. I was like, I kind of had the I kind of stopped when I reached my glass ceiling. I was like, to get above this rank, I would need to put in so many more hours into this game.
You're like,
I've
I'm
just
good.
got
I'm gonna
that.
go play Warzone
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I'd be like, I'm happy with that. Yeah, maybe I have thought maybe one day I'll go back to Rocket League and show people that I can play. But what a game!
I
What a
love
game!
that. So I think I will end with one question, which
Go
is,
for it.
what is the thing outside of gaming that you're trying to improve the most on right now? Outside of work, in your personal life?
Oh, that's a tough one. Uh, I would say my overall like fitness
Yeah.
because it just helps. It helps everything. Helps the mind. Just and it's nothing extreme. It's just been like cardiovascular
Yeah.
fit.
Just doing it.
Yeah, just doing it and like, oh my god, like I had to. It was funny. Like, um, the other day I had to run for a bus. And I swear to God, after I ran like a kilometer for this bus to make it on time, and I remember getting on it thinking, I'm not even tired after that. I could have probably ran the whole way there.
Oh shoot! I did not anticipate that. I thought you were gonna be like,
Yeah.
dude, after the first 100 meters, I was dead.
No, that's what I mean. I was like, after it, I was like, well, I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, didn't even break a sweat, and just how good a feeling that was. Like,
Look at you,
yeah, yeah. So,
dude. I love that.
it was great.
Well, shoot, man. I think like I could probably continue to ask you shit for hours and hours, but that like, thank you so much for taking the time to do this, man. This
No
was so
problem, man.
much
Thank you
fun,
for having me on.
and everyone loved it. And I can guarantee that, yeah, you're just a good fucking dude. And I thank you so much for taking the time and for sharing and for being vulnerable and open about your journey, because it's not easy. And the more people get to hear about this, who knows how many people that you just helped in all of your honesty. So I truly, truly, truly thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much to everyone for listening. And yeah, like you say, hopefully, someone out there can take something from it.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you. I don't know this Thursday or next Thursday, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yes. As
You rock,
always.
brother. I appreciate you, man. I'll catch you
No
later.
problem. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ladies and and gentlemen, boys and girls, my non-binary friends, that was officially our episode with Mr. Marley 13.